One love to the humble, one love to the humble, one love to the humble. May grace and peace be multiplied unto you. I got a video request from a new, I got a request from a new person, and it's brother Tev. I'm just gonna say Tev. Could be Teve, but I think it's Tev. But from brother Tev, his question is, why do um why do black people let foreigners run their neighborhoods? So it's in so many words. That's a good question, man. Because if you go in our communities, you're gonna see a lot of foreign establishments, Chinese food, um, gas station, the Arab stores, um, Indian Indians have their gas stations. They set up in our neighborhood pretty heavily. Every block. If you go to the bigger cities, that's what you're gonna see. And is it because of racism that we at the bottom? All good questions. But the first one is, why do we let foreigners run our neighborhoods? Bruh, I'm gonna tell you like this. Black people don't set up things like that. We just don't have it in us to want to set up things in our community. And it's multiple reasons why. Those among us who have it, who got it what it takes, um who could do it, we tend to leave out the neighborhood and go do it somewhere else. Because two black people trying to deal with each other in business, it always turn out bad. Because we got this idea of this, we got such a unity mindset. Nothing really wrong with that, but it affects business. We don't do good business with that mindset. We don't know how to separate you black, I'm black when it comes to business. We always look at it from a perspective of, well, since we both black, then you got to look out for me. And a business is not going to survive by looking out for people. Businesses survive by making profits. And if your business ain't making no profit, you ain't got no business. You about to go out of business. So you have to make profit. And if I'm looking out for you, it might not seem like much up front, but I keep doing that small little thing over and over again. Over time, I'm going to be losing a lot of money if I let this keep going. So that's one of the problems. We look at each other like, you're supposed to do this for me. Like, so if I got a business in a black community, people gonna want to come in and get something for free. And then, or if they ain't got the money, they should be able to get it anyway. And if I say no, then my business is in jeopardy. They're gonna tear it down, they're gonna burn it up, they're gonna do something to me or the business until they get what they want. Or if one day I don't open up the business on time, they're gonna I'm never gonna be able to let that down. See, we don't give each other breaks like we do everybody else. When it comes to each other, we want top quality, best of the best for free. We only do each other like that. We don't give nobody else a hard time. We go to buy shoes or clothes or whatever. We're not begging. We're not telling them to hook us up. We're not telling them why they charging so much. We're not telling them all the things that we tell each other. We're not doing that. So it's hard to come in the community and start something like that because you know what you're up against. You know what you're going to be facing. And it's going to be a headache. So that's kind of why other groups can come in and do what they do. And then you have the ones among us who just don't have no desire to do that. We'd rather it be somebody else so we can just patronize it. We don't really want to own it. We cool with what we're doing. So you add those things together, that's what happens. And no, I don't think they can. Well, that's the reason why it happens. And we don't push them people out because they supplying us what we need. Now, if they was giving us what we needed and what we wanted, then I could see it being a problem. But right now, it ain't gonna be a problem because it's what that community wants and needs. And supply and demand is always gonna win. But we don't build. Black people don't build like that, especially community stores and things of that nature. And I know why. Because if I piss you off, you might come back and burn my whole store down just because I'm black like you. Or you might steal everything I got because I think I'm better than you, or because I think I'm on this high horse and blah 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 blah. Well, I wouldn't give you a free whatever. Well, I ain't looking out for the brother. That's how we think. Now the other part of the question is: are we in this position because of racism? Are we at the bottom because of racism? Nope. That can't be true. Because think about it, it doesn't logically follow. If you go look at the time when black people first came out of slavery and look what we had, and then come up to 2025, we got the exact same thing. The same percentage that we was had then is the same percentage we got right now. How many years ago was slavery? So it has nothing to do with racism. Nothing. That's not what's holding us down. What's holding us down is our mindset. We can't shift that mindset. We can't get out of that mindset. If we can shift that mindset and get to a place where we can actually think and stop doing all this crazy stuff that we do, stop living up to this cultural hype, then we will see some change. But until we do that, things are gonna stay the same. We're gonna continue doing what we always have done. And we're gonna continue to stay where we at. Individually, there's individuals who can succeed, who will make it up. But most won't because of that mindset. We associate certain things with certain groups of people, which makes us in turn don't want to get it and don't want to have it because but this group of people do it and this how they got it and this what it means. We can't do that. And we don't like building anything. So since we don't like building and since we don't like supporting each other, we always blame it on racism. Since the reason why I can't make it because this white person done this. When it probably done the same thing to another white person. But that's not how we think. And we got a messed up worldview. So as long as our worldview stays the way it is, it's gonna be almost impossible for people to change. But those of us who change their worldview, their life changed right along with it. So that's my take on it. That's my take on it, Tev. A good video request, brother. And be sure to ask me another one if you feel. All right, y'all take care.